Hello, my dear students, how are you? Welcome to the beautiful channel Padhai Ka Kavach. Students, today we are going to discuss the next part of the family of salt. As you know, in our previous sessions, we have discussed about the primary two component which is derived from the common salt known as sodium hydroxide, and another one is known as bleaching powder. Bleaching powder and the sodium hydroxide are the type of salts which is derived from the sodium chloride, in which the sodium hydroxide manufacturing process is known as chlor-alkali process, in which we are obtaining three useful products at the end of process. First is chlorine gas, second is hydrogen gas, third is nothing but the sodium hydroxide solution. And we have discussed in a very much detail about the utilization of these three products. Okay, so this is all about yesterday's lecture. Then after we discuss about the bleaching powder. To bleach means to whiten something. किसी भी चीज़ को सफ़ेदी देना, उसको ब्लीच टू ब्लीच, उसके लिए शब्द जो है वो इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. सो टू ब्लीचिंग इज टू ब्लीचिंग मीन्स टू वाइटन समथिंग. ओके, तो ब्लीचिंग पाउडर में हमने देखा था कि द क्लोरीन गैस विच इज़ अ प्रोडक्ट ऑफ अ क्लोर अल्कली प्रोसेस इज पास ऑन फ्रॉम द कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड सॉल्यूशन, एंड थस after passing the chlorine gas from the calcium hydroxide solution, it will form the calcium oxychloride, which is known as the bleaching powder. In examination, it is also frequently asked that what is the another name for the bleaching powder. So another name for the bleaching powder is calcium oxychloride. Okay, so चलिए students, let us discuss about the baking soda, the third important product which is derived from the common salt. कॉमन सॉल्ट में से डिराइव होने वाली तीसरी महत्वपूर्ण प्रोडक्ट को हम पढ़ते हैं. बेकिंग सोडा. बेकिंग सोडा इज यूज्ड इन किचन फॉर मेकिंग टेस्टी क्रिस्पी पकोड़ा. मतलब टेस्टी पकोड़ा और जिस के अंदर हमें स्पॉन्जीनेस की ज़रूरत होती है, उन चीज़ों के अंदर बेकिंग सोडा का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. सो बेसिकली बेकिंग सोडा इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ मटेरियल विच विल प्रोवाइड स्पॉन्जीनेस टू द फूड आइटम्स. ओके, सो द केमिकल नेम ऑफ द कंपाउंड इज सोडियम हाइड्रोजन कार्बोनेट. मीन्स द केमिकल नेम, the baking soda is a common name that we should identify easily if it is named as baking soda, but the chemical name of the baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate, and it is written as NaHCO3. Okay, it is produced using sodium chloride as a raw material. So as we know that this all salts are derived from the common salt. So let us understand what is the basic process to form a sodium hydrogen carbonate. So chemical process behind this baking soda is, we need a sodium chloride salt, pani, H2O plus carbon dioxide, and ammonia, which is lie on the reactant side. Means we required four kind of substances: carbon dioxide, water, ammonia, and sodium chloride. So after combining this all substances together, the ultimate product that we will get is ammonium chloride, which is known as NH4Cl, which is not useful for us. But the another substance that we obtain after combining this material is NaHCO3, which is very useful to us in kitchen, known as baking soda, sodium hydrogen carbonate, and it is also known as sodium bicarbonate. Baking soda is a basic salt which utilized to neutralize acid. Means baking soda is a one kind of salt which is utilized to neutralize the acid. So in order to neutralize the acidic substance, we will add some soda to the acid. Okay. When NaHCO3 sodium bicarbonate is heated, here the triangle notation meaning is the substance is heated. So whenever the sodium bicarbonate is heated, it is converted into sodium carbonate plus H2O plus CO2. Means when we add baking soda to any of the food items to prepare pakoda, to prepare a bhajia or any sponginess consisting item, after heating that item inside the oil, that substance is forming sodium carbonate, water and carbon dioxide. And this carbon dioxide is responsible for the sponginess of the food items. Okay. So in order to provide a sponginess, sodium bicarbonate is very, very, very useful. Now let us understand about the use of baking soda. What are the uses of the baking soda? First, the baking soda is used to make baking powder, which is a mixture of baking soda and edible acid. So to make a spongy or to provide a sponginess to the cake or pastries, this baking powder is utilized instead of the baking soda. So to prepare, this baking powder is derived from the baking soda. Baking powder is nothing but the mixture of baking soda and the edible acid. And the edible acid which is utilized inside the baking powder is tartaric acid, which is present in the tamarind. Second utilization of this baking soda is ingredient in antacids. It neutralizes the excess acid in the stomach and provide relief. Basically, to neutralize the acidity, it is used inside the ENO. So, in order to neutralize the acid, the ENO will counteract the acid attack inside our stomach. So basically, as a neutralized substance, the baking soda is very useful and it is a prime ingredient inside the antacid like ENO. Third, it is also used in soda acid fire extinguishers. As we know, students, that whenever the NaHCO3 is heated, it will produce the carbon dioxide gas. So whenever the heat or the fire catches at any places, then after some kind of foggy substance are sprayed on that fire, so that it will produce the carbon dioxide gas, and the substance inside the smoky inside the cylinder, which is in a smoky form, is nothing but the baking soda, because baking soda when heated, it is producing the carbon dioxide gas, and carbon dioxide gas will prevent the fire. Okay, so in order to prevent the fire, baking soda is very, very, very useful. The fourth and one of the most important substance also, which is used inside the laundry, inside our washing machines to wash the clothes, it is washing soda. The intense stain present on inside the cloth is not easily removed by the detergents or by the detergent soap. So in order to remove this kind of hard stain from the clothes, we need some kind of hard substance. So washing soda is the another chemical which is obtained from the sodium chloride. As we already discussed that all the four kind of salts or the chemical sodium hydroxide, baking soda, bleaching powder and washing soda is obtained from the common salt which is known as sodium chloride. Okay, so this is the last substance that is obtained from the sodium chloride, which is known as washing soda. The chemical formula of washing soda is Na2CO310H2O, which is obtained by heating of baking soda. Means once we heat the baking soda, we will obtain the Na2CO310H2O. It is nothing but the chemical formula of washing soda. Recrystallization of sodium carbonate gives washing soda. यानी कि सोडियम कार्बोनेट का रिक्रिस्टलाइजेशन करने से, यानी कि उसके अंदर वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स को ऐड करने से जो सब्सटेंस बनता है, दैट इज नोन एज Na2CO310H2O, which is known as washing soda, and the chemical formula is given here. Then after we need to know that what is the use of washing soda. Washing soda का इस्तेमाल कहाँ कहाँ पे होता है? The first utilization of the washing soda, that it is used in the glass, soap and in paper industry to wash the wood pulp through which we can make the paper, it is using inside the that industry. Second, used in the manufacturing of sodium compound borax, means the compound of sodium which is known as borax, and producing that kind of substances, the washing soda is utilized. Third, used as cleaning agent for domestic purpose. डोमेस्टिक पर्पस यानी कि हमारे घरों में क्लिनजिंग एजेंट यानी कि सफाई के एक स्वरूप में उसका इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. एज आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू दैट हार्ड स्टेन्स आर ओनली रिमूव बाय द वॉशिंग सोडा यूज्ड फॉर रिमूविंग परमानेंट हार्डनेस ऑफ वाटर. यानी कि जो कड़क पानी होता है, खास करके जो बोरवेल में से पानी आता है, तो उस पानी को सॉफ्टन करने के लिए या तो उसकी हार्डनेस रिमूव करने के लिए वी आर यूटिलाइजिंग द वॉशिंग सोडा. Are the crystals of salt really dry? So in this topic we will understand about this concept which is utilized in the washing soda. In a washing soda we are writing that Na2CO3 10H2O, and in between this I put a dot. So what is the meaning of this dot? That the 10 molecules of water is present inside the Na2CO3. While on the left hand side you will see that it is a plus signature which is not indicated that the water is added, but once you add the water it is converted into the crystallized form. That crystallized form is nothing but the washing soda. So let us understand that whenever we see any kind of salts, it is in a crystal form. If it is in a crystal form, then it is really dry or it is wet. So what is the way to understand that the salt crystals are dry or in a wet condition? Some salts are seem to be dry, but it contain water of crystallization. The water of crystallization means the amount of water or the molecule of water present inside a unit formula of salt. So when we heat the crystals, the water is removed and the salt turns white. So here students, the salts crystals are really dry or not. To check that condition, what we will do, if the salt crystals are really dry, then it is turned white. As I told you, say for example, if you take CuSO4, copper sulfate, as a solution, copper sulfate is in a wet condition, the color of the copper sulfate is blue. But when we heat the copper sulfate, the color of copper sulfate turns into the white. It is called as the powder form copper sulfate. Okay, crystals are in a blue color. So once we heat any of the salt, if it is releases the vapor particle, then we can know that the salt is wet. But if it is not leaving any kind of water vapor, then we can know that the salt particles are dry. Okay, so this is the one formula to know that whether the salt particles are dry or wet. So whenever this H2O comes into the picture, at that time it is indicating that the any salt is containing the water molecules, and it is in a wet condition, not in the dry condition. Okay, so as we know that in the washing soda it is Na2CO3 10H2O. So students, to check any substance that it is wet or in a dry condition, the method is to heat them. If we heat any substance and it evaporates, means it will excrete out the water vapor, then we can call it as a wet. But if it is not showing any kind of water vapor, then we can call that the substance is dry. So some salts contain water in a dry in a solid form. मतलब ऐसे substances होते हैं salt के form में कि जो wet condition में होते हैं लेकिन crystals होते हैं उसके. तो हम ऐसा समझते हैं कि अगर कोई सब्सटेंस के अंदर वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स है तो वो सब्सटेंस लिक्विड फॉर्म में ही होगा, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता. कुछ कुछ सब्सटेंस जो है वो हार्ड सॉलिड मास में भी होते हैं, लेकिन वो कैसे होते हैं, एकदम से वेट. ओके, So in order to check whether the substance is wet or dry, we need to heat them. And after the heating, if water vapor is produced, the substance is wet. But what it is called if it is in a solid form present as a water? अगर पानी जो है वो सॉलिड फॉर्म के अंदर प्रेजेंट है तो उसे किस फेनोमेना से जाना जाता है? इट इज नोन एज द वाटर ऑफ क्रिस्टलाइजेशन. Water of crystallization is the fixed number of water molecule present in one formula unit of salt. Let us try to understand. So here the formula of the salts are indicated. First is copper sulfate, which is in a wet form because the 5H2O means 5 molecule of water is present inside the copper sulfate in a wet form. So once you heat this copper sulfate, this 5 molecules of water goes into the air. Similarly, washing soda. So inside the washing soda, 10H2O molecule is also present, which is nothing but the wet condition provider to the washing soda. Okay, so this is it about the are the salts crystal really dry or wet. उसके बाद है स्टूडेंट्स प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस. सो प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस के बारे में हमने जैसा जाना है कि डॉक्टर्स जो है जब भी हमारे हाथों में या तो पैरों में चोट लगती है तो चोट लगने के टाइम जो पट्टा बांधा जाता है वो प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस का होता है. तो उसको बनाते कैसे है? लेट अस ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. ऑन हीटिंग जिप्सम एट 373 केल्विन इट लूजेस वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स एंड बिकम कैल्शियम सल्फेट हेमीहाइड्रेट विच इज नोन एज द प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस. यानी कि जिप्सम मटेरियल को 373 केल्विन के टेम्परेचर के ऊपर अगर हम गर्म करते हैं तो उसमें से जो सब्सटेंस फॉर्म होता है इट इज़ नथिंग बट द कैल्शियम सल्फेट हेमीहाइड्रेट और प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस. एंड द केमिकल इक्वेशन फॉर द प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस इज CaSO4 1/2 H2O कैल्शियम सल्फेट. और यहाँ पर भी स्टूडेंट देखो वाटर मोलिक्यूल्स हाफ मोलिक्यूल वाटर का जो है वो प्रेजेंट है कैल्शियम सल्फेट के अंदर. Plaster of Paris is the substance which doctors use as a plaster for supporting bones in the right position. So in order to maintain the bone in a right position, we need to use plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is a white powder and on mixing with water, it changes to gypsum again, which form a hard solid mass. प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस जो है वो सफ़ेद कलर का पाउडर है कि जिसको अगर पानी के साथ हम मिलाते हैं तो वापस जिप्सम बन जाता है. सो ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड स्टूडेंट. When the gypsum is heated, it converted into the plaster of Paris. But once the plaster of Paris is mixed up with the water, it will again form the gypsum. So it is vice versa. अगर जिप्सम को आप हीट करते हो तो POP मिलता है, मतलब प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस, और प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस के अंदर पानी डालते हो तो जिप्सम मिलता है. ओके, तो हमारा जो प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस का पट्टा है उसके अंदर होता क्या है कि CaSO4 1/2 H2O यानी कि POP मटेरियल है प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस. उसके अंदर जब हमने 1/2 H2O मॉलिक्यूल्स ऐड किए, ठीक है, तो उसमें से हमें जो मिलेगा वो हार्ड सॉलिड मास यानी कि सख्त, हार्ड एकदम सख्त मटेरियल जो मिलेगा वो होगा जिप्सम, विच इज नोन एज CaSO4 2H2O. ओके, सो प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस इज वेरी यूजफुल इन ऑर्डर टू attain the right position of the bone. Another utilization of the plaster of Paris is for making toys, materials for decoration and for making surfaces smooth. यानी कि प्लास्टर ऑफ पेरिस जो है वो खिलौने बनाने में, डेकोरेशन के मटेरियल यानी कि रूम के अंदर जो छत होती है वो POP की बनाने के अंदर इस्तेमाल होता है और सरफेस को स्मूथ बनाने के लिए भी इस्तेमाल इसका किया जाता है. सो दैट्स इट स्टूडेंट. यहाँ पे हमारा यूनिट नंबर 2 ख़त्म होता है. ठीक है, तो यहाँ तक रखते हैं. नेक्स्ट सेशन में इसके आगे डिस्कशन करेंगे नेक्स्ट चैप्टर के बारे में. थैंक यू.